The Netherlands just scored the final goal and they go into the World Cup too. Guys, give it up for the wonderful Chris Cook.
So many sports. Hey guys, I'm Chris. A little bit about me. I'm 34. All right, on with the show. I recently got married. Yes. Thank you. Give me money. Weddings are expensive. The average couple spends 15 grand on a wedding. That is a lot of money. Add a couple thousand for the honeymoon. That's insane. But I want to share with you a little life hack that I found to deal with this. What you do is you rack up massive debts and then try not to think about it. So far, so good. It's kind of like investing in the relationship when you have a wedding. But it's like a startup, but it's a better success rate because like 90% of startups fail, but only 50% of marriages. So I like those odds. My wife, I got married in September, and I started doing stand-up in December, like almost as if like I only got married so I could have my wife jokes. And it's hard because my wife is awesome and she doesn't do many things that annoy me. So. But my wife, yeah. She's not here right now, but I'm filming it so I can show it to her later. Hi, honey. She's always trying to get me to do things because she works a lot and I take care of the cats, basically. So she's always like, honey, would you mind turning off the lights when you leave the house because it wastes energy and it costs money and, I have a job and you don't, so please don't spend my money. Or she doesn't say that, but that's what goes in my head. Or she'll be like, honey, would you mind cleaning the stove because it's disgusting and it's not like you have anything else to do because I work all day and you don't. Again, she doesn't say that, but she's like, honey, would you please, follow your dreams and be the best person you possibly can be? And I'm like, oh, God, yes, fine. It gets me so frustrated, and I get so angry, and then I realize that she's right about all of it, of course, which just makes me more angry, but by this time she's gone off to work, and I'm no longer enjoying Grand Theft Auto. We don't expect to have any, we're not planning on having any kids. We agree on this, so it's not weird that I'm saying I don't want kids. I don't like kids. Okay, I hate kids. I murder kids. No, I don't. In my head I do, but that last time I checked, there's no law against that. If you don't hate kids, then you've never been seated near one on a transatlantic flight. The thing with kids, I just don't get the appeal. They can't do anything. They just sit there. No, they can't do anything, but they overcompensate for this by doing it anyway, but bigger and louder and more stupid. They're like no offense, but they're like tourists who, when they don't speak the language of the country where they are, they just speak their own language, but louder and bigger and stupider. It's like they don't really know how to talk, right? So they just yell everything all the time. They don't really know how to walk properly, so instead of walk, they'll just run. And fall down, which, that I'll like. They don't know how to express their emotions, so instead they just turn into an air raid siren whenever you tell them to do anything, like, put on your shoes. No! Where's the bombs? And they don't clean up after them. They're very good at making messes, I'll give them that, but they're not good at cleaning up after themselves. My brothers have kids, so I've noticed that if you have kids, It doesn't matter if you used to have carpet or hardwood floors or what. Now your floor is Legos. Enjoy waking up every morning, going to make yourself coffee, and being repeatedly stabbed in the foot. But they suck at cleaning up. When I was a little kid, I once I shit all over the hallway and endeavored to clean it up using a towel and a Playmobil figurine. I don't know why my parents didn't throw me out with the towel, to be honest. They suck at conversation, too. They know like 3 words. It's ridiculous. You can't have an interesting conversation with someone who has trouble spelling their own name. You can't talk movies with them because they literally watch the same animated dinosaur movie every day. You can't talk relationships with them because the only meaningful relationship they've ever had is with the marble currently stuck up their nose. It's like talking to a kid is like talking to a mental patient. They're either too engrossed in something only they can see, or if they do talk to you, they don't make any sense whatsoever. And there's always the chance that they might suddenly punch you in the balls. Whenever I see a parent with a child on the street, and there's all this screaming and crying, and because the world isn't the way it's supposed to be, and that's the parent. The kid is even worse. And I feel for them. I just want to go up to them and grab them by the shoulders and say, "Look, listen. I know things aren't going great. You're not sleeping. You don't have time to eat. Your marriage is falling apart. You daydream about smothering your own child with a pillow. It's terrible. But I just want you to know one thing. You did this to yourself. Now control your child before my own thoughts of murdering children become reality." Kids suck at everything, is the point. This is also why I could never be a pedophile. Amongst other obvious reasons. I mean, I'm consider myself a generally open-minded person when it comes to sexuality. I don't care if you're heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, pansexual, demisexual, asexual, polysexual, or just plain sexual. I don't believe in pigeonholing, but even that's fine if you can find a way to do it without harming the pigeon. But yeah, I mean, pedophiles. I guess I see the attraction when it comes to having sex with kids. I'm just saying. Just hear me out. No, seriously. We live in a society that equates youth with beauty, right? I mean, my own wife is 10 years younger than I am. I see the allure of youth. Take that just a little bit further, and it's not long before you look at toddlers thinking, why not? I don't personally condone this or feel this way, but I get the thought process, is what I'm saying. But here's where they really lose me. When it comes to sex, kids, they can't be any good at it. Right? I think I've established that kids are notoriously bad at things. And sex, remember your first time? That wasn't great. Your first time wasn't. You need to learn how to get good at sex. Okay, all I'm saying is just because they know their way around a lollipop, those skills don't necessarily translate. All right, guys, this is my time. Thanks very much for listening to me. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, give it up. Give it up.